So we've got 6 major rules for soil health, and we have 4 listed. First and foremost, minimize disturbance. This is our tillage. This is our spraying, organic or synthetic, doesn't make a difference. This is our foot traffic in our garden. This is passes with the tractor. This is compaction. This is animals on the landscape. Mimic nature. Don't be out there if you don't have to. If you have to have a walking path in your garden, have a walking path. Don't walk all over the place. And sure, don't go out there when it's soaking wet because you're going to save it. Diversity in the system. Each plant has a different chemical signature that it leaks through its roots. And that plant leaks a different chemical signature to attract different microbes in the system. And it attracts different microbes to benefit itself. So if we think about it like this, the soil is fed by the plant. We've established that. The soil is fed by the plant. If we feed the soil one thing every single day, or 90 days a year, and leave it bare, you think about your own health. If you have donuts 90 days a year, May 15th to September 15th, which is the typical cropping season in this area, and you only grow one thing in the same bed year after year after year with no diversity, that's like feeding yourself donuts or tomatoes or what have you 90 days a year, and that's it. As much water as you can drink in the humid Northeast. Your health will diminish, and so will the soil in your garden and your crop. If you increase the diversity in the system, and all of a sudden you're getting different food, your health will increase, and so will the soils. Different plants are going to get different nutrients, the different exudates with different nutrients. Attract different microbes, get diversity in the system. Diversity in the system is resilience in the system, pest protection, disease suppression. It all happens with the roots. Brings us to phase 3. Living roots are the only thing that pumps that sunlight down into the soil profile. Without the root, game over. Soil's going to start feeding on itself. Yes?
Weeds do a lot for the soil, don't they?
Weeds are nature's first responders.
So if you're growing vegetables and you have weeds growing amongst your vegetables, how does that affect the...
Don't confuse crop production with soil health. Okay? If you have a weed problem in your garden and you let the weeds go, most likely your soil condition will improve. But your crop production will go down. Okay? It's balancing act. So if you have a weed in your garden, study it. Weed it out. Absolutely. But look at the type of weed that it is, and then try to replace that weed with either a cover crop or a main crop type that's in the same family as that weed to fill that gap. Okay?
Same family as that crop.
Same family as the weed.
Oh.
So if you've got something like lamb's quarter, which is a typical weed in the Northeast coming in, that's going to tell us you probably have excessive phosphorus in the soil. It's a non-mycorrhizal species. If you've got crabgrass, congratulations everybody, you've got crabgrass. Since your warm season grass is missing from the rotation. What can you do to get rid of crabgrass? It's an annual grass, it's a warm season. Corn's an annual grass, it's a warm season. Maybe consider planting corn in that area. You know, mimic what Mother Nature's trying to tell you. Study the system. The key is that you want the diversity, but you also want to be able to feed yourself. So, leaving it go and basically become a weed bed, you're not going to get much for crop production.
Would you recommend leaving like a certain part of your farm farmed for 1 year?
To do a full season cover crop?
Yeah.
If you have the land base you can afford to, yes. I wouldn't want a field to grow just weeds, which they're going to reproduce, to have seeds, to then reseed themselves. I try to look at what's happening and devise a scenario with cover crops and other methods to try to regenerate it in a way that will still remain productive. Okay? If you leave it alone, it's going to become forest eventually.
I meant no, for a year. Like every
I know what
7
you're
years,
saying.
I just leave it.
Right. But
Yeah.
instead of just leaving it, plant something, a diverse cover crop blend in there.
Okay, learn from it, in other words.
Well, plant something to increase the diversity. But absolutely, every year, cover crops are very, very important. Which takes us to this point here, and we actually started to touch on the next 2 points. Keep the soil covered. Bare soil is not natural in this area. If we have bare soil, it's exposed to UV radiation, which means the sunlight that could be beneficial to soil becomes detrimental to soil. So it's no longer being turned into energy, it's being turned into UV radiation, solarizing our systems. And it's exposed to rain. Raindrops are really, really hard on soil. I mean, we go out there in the rain and we're all happy because we're humans and it doesn't wash our skin away. But if it did, you would feel like the soil surface. Okay, you've seen images of raindrops, slow motion, coming down, and then soil washes and splashes. That's not natural in this area. Number 5, which is not on this slide, if you can, integrate animals into the system. At home, myself, I've got ducks and chickens, and I use them in the garden beds. I mean, they're fenced out for the most part, but I use them for pest protection, for some weed control, and for nutrition. Bring the biology back. If you think about it like this, a cow. Inside of a cow is about 102 degrees Fahrenheit up and 100% humidity. Right? Primo habitat for bacteria. If a cow's out in the winter grazing, the soil is not primo habitat for bacteria. If you're bringing a cow out in the spring, all of a sudden drops manure, saliva, what have you, we're reintroducing the gut biome back into the system. Same thing with humans. You've got more cells of non-human organisms in your body right now, today, than you have human cells. More bacteria, more protozoa live inside of you in terms of sheer numbers than there are of you sitting here tonight. And the most important rule of soil health, which goes into the discussion we were just having a couple of minutes ago, know your context. There's no one size fits all. There isn't. There's no once every 7 years. There's no put this down. Understand the context of the system that you're working in. If it's a garden bed, I can't emphasize enough observation. Sit and just look and watch and take notes and look what's going on and then plan to improve.